Welcome back to CentralCoastRadio.com. Well, Oz Comic Con is very fast upon us here in Melbourne, and Lee and I thought it might be a good time to have a look at some of the guests who are coming along to this year's Comic Con. Lee, who are you excited to check out at this year's Comic Con when it comes to the guests?
I'm just going to start with my number one straight off, and that is Clive Standen, of course, from Vikings, and played Rollo. I have to admit, he's actually one of my very favourite characters out of that series, and so I'm very happy and pleased that that he's going to be coming. Looking forward to Q&As and hearing what he has to say about his experience with Vikings and other projects that he's worked on. I'm also excited to see Juliana Harkavy. Now, while she's known for Black Canary, I am actually more excited, personally, because she's from The Walking Dead, and I really enjoy that series. So I'm looking forward to hearing a lot about that. Hopefully we'll get a question or two in ourselves. And yeah, I'd love to hear more about, her experience on that show. The other ones, I think, would be Emily Swallow from The Mandalorian.
Yep, and The Legend of Boba Fett.
Yes.
Yep.
And yeah, another series that I've really enjoyed more recently, I suppose. Whereas The Walking Dead has been really long term, and so for that actress, I'm excited to hear about that because it's something that I've been watching over many years, whereas The Mandalorian has been more recent. So lots of stuff happening here. I'd say they're my top ones. How about you?
Yeah, so I'm really interested to see Lucy Martin and Clive Standen, of course, from Vikings, and I got to interview them recently, and that's made me even more excited about seeing them as well. I'm really excited to see John Noble this time because, of course, last time we saw him at an event, that was before he was in The Boys.
Oh, yes.
So he
was really good to see. And, of course, he's from Lord of the Rings, so
yeah.
I, too, want to see him as well.
And Fringe, but, of course, since the last time we saw him, he's now in The Boys. And you'll remember how much fun The Boys panel was at Supernova, so I'm looking forward to being able to see him. There's a lot of voice actors that I'm really excited to see too. Ryan Colt Levy from My Hero Academia, Sarah Weinfeft from My Hero Academia, and also Abby Trott, who is in one of my favorite animes, Demon Slayer. So I'm really excited to hear her talk about that. I'm also excited to hear from Emily Swallow as well because as you would know by the amount of Grogus that I have in my collection, I'm a very big Mandalorian fan.
So many.
So
we need a new house. Too many.
Can't wait to see her as well. But as normal, there's going to be so much at Oz Comic Con this year. We've mentioned some of the guests that are going to be there, but we've also got cosplay guests coming as well. Alt F4 is going to be there. Emerald L. King, Emma Jane. There is so much. Juz Cosplay, who we've had on this show before. So there's going to be so many. There's comic book and author guests as well. And there's a few of them that I really, really want to go and chat to. And there's going to be a very, very special, a few special announcements apparently from Jess Salt Comics as well there. So yeah, there's so much to do depending on what you're into, of course.
Also, lots of shopping. So,
yes.
Obviously you can get memorabilia that, when you usually have to go to specialised shops and go to a number of different ones, and they are often not located in the same location. In this, amazing arena, you just get many shops in the one area, and you can shop to your heart's content or treat it like a museum as well and have a look at what's out there. And make your wish list for Christmas and things like that.
Definitely. And a lot of the comic book artists too, they bring their artwork and sell it. There's one here that I know who will definitely be doing that, Dean Rankin, who of course is well known for doing the Simpsons comics. He's from Australia and he's been a guest on this show before as well, and he is coming this time around. He always has artwork there available for sale and signed copies of his comics as well. So given that they've got so many great comic book artists coming this time, I'm really excited about the one I mentioned before, the Jesselt announcements, and I'm hoping that they're going to be selling some of their comics there, because it gets harder and harder. They have great comics, but it's so hard to find them quite often these days in comic book shops. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. But if you're in Melbourne, then definitely head along and check out Oz Comic Con. It's on for the entire weekend, and you can grab tickets online. So go online and check out what is the best tickets for you, because of course, if you're only going to go one day, there'll be very different tickets than if you're going both days as well. But yes, Oz Comic Con 2023 is on at the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre from June 10 to 11. So make sure you grab your tickets, and also check our Subculture socials during the event as well, because we'll be putting up lots of photos and stuff from the actual event, and also up on our website, subcultureentertainment.com. And we should point out too that if you are a fan of any of those guests that we mentioned before, you can actually purchase tokens online, and those tokens can, depending on which one you buy, will allow you to meet the person and have about 5 minutes talking to them, have your photo taken with them, have something signed. But please check those tokens, because they are different prices for different experiences, and I've noticed that a few people on there as well have got a special price if you want a pop vinyl signed by them. So make sure you check that out as well. And if you're feeling like splurging a little bit, grab an Oz Comic Con VIP pass. That gets you to skip all the queues, gets you in on the Saturday and Sunday. You get about $200 worth of photograph and autograph credits as well. So there's lots and lots that you can do there. But go along, check out Oz Comic Con in Melbourne from June 10 to 11. I'll be there. Lee will be there. So
I'll be there for sure.
So if you see us anywhere, come up and say hi. But now we'll be back in just a moment on centralcoastradio.com.